Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and I probably should have mentioned yesterday that we're kicking off a guest block with Sonic's Moon Gundam round. But yeah, today is our second round, or our second guest video up, which is a double feature of Maelstrom in the Efreet Jaeger, which is one of the mobile suits you can get from Code Fairy. It's the sniper rifle. I don't think I remembered to mention in the previous video, because I may not have known when I recorded it. It has piercing, which I believe Mail said in at least one of these rounds we get a good demonstration of. It's also a general, which means it may have a decent time against that Red Rider. I think it may have out-and-out stealth, not just a smoke dispenser. So yeah, it can do some hit and run stuff. Man, this is running slow. Did I hit something weird? No, it doesn't look like I did. This should be the speed at which it runs for you too. If not, my commentary is going to get desynced terribly. But yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, Efreet Jaeger's a general with a sniper rifle and a shotgun, and I believe a Sturmfaust. Also a Heat Kukri, which is neat. And yeah, it has stealth, so it's a fun mobile suit. That's the other thing I like about the Code Fairy giveaways. None of them are particularly dull, in my opinion. They're all pretty nifty. So let's see. Okay, yeah, that's going to be it, because Mail is out of boost. And there's not much you can do when you have like 400 hit points and you're out of boost. So, got taken down by a Gundam Alex, and let's see. And 6 minutes left in the round. It is currently 150 to 2610, but that is something that is, fixable. So we'll see how that goes. Coming back in near numbers 1 and 5. And, let's see, that is some Zaku type, probably a Hyzak falling to the ground. The Jaeger is a 450, I believe, so yeah, that makes sense for there to be Hyzaks in here. Jumping for the bridge, and let's see. There's a good shot. Stunned that one right in the middle of the support fire. Very nice. Oh yeah, the sniper rifle also has a secondary fire mode that fires anti-air rounds. Not as good as Helena's Zaku 2 Sniper's anti-air, because it doesn't fire in bursts, and you still have to stand still to fire it. So, not as effective, but it's still another mode of fire. It has splash damage. It's definitely not terrible, but yeah, as you can see, tagged that Hyzak with it and didn't do a ton of damage. But in Code Fairy, the Jaeger could move while using that secondary fire mode, but is not able to do it here, I guess, for balance purposes. But it's still not bad. Like I said, I like all the Code Fairy stuff in GBO too. So missed the downswing, but held the Alex still for the Hyzak to do it. So yeah, and he already sent "Don't Sweat It" because he knew that the Hyzak could take down the Alex. So that's good. Was not able to stun the G-Line full custom. Let's see, that target is dead. If he hits it with the shotgun, it will probably stun just fine. But I think the shotgun was still reloading. But okay, grazed it, so no stun there. It's kind of hard to tell. Here's a feature I think would be neat just for informational purposes. Is I would like to see just a little multiplier, like combo multiplier thing, to show how many hits from your weapon land at one time. Yeah, the anti-air just barely missed killing that G-Line full custom. But doing pretty good damage on whatever that is, though. But yeah, I'd like to see just a counter that comes up for like multi-hit weapons to show exactly how many of your hits connected. Like, yeah, just like a little combo counter as many fighting games have. I'd love to know how many pellets just hit with a given shotgun volley. That would be valuable information. Also, we could find out exactly how many pellets it takes to stun. I think it's probably 2 or 3, but I can't say for sure. But yeah, that's information I'd like to have. So if that's a possibility, love to see it. Let's see. They have managed to catch up pretty nicely, 67-90 to 68-27. So there is more than a solid possibility of winning this round. Mail has moved to the base to intercept the person that was coming to base bomb. Whoever they are, they either have stealth or they jumped in the water. And let's see, there they are. It's the Red Rider, which got stopped mid-spin and is dead and thus will spin no more. And let's see, yeah, 34 points behind, so yeah, they're just within a hair of having this. And there's quite a few targets with low health, one of which just ran into Mail's range, so that is looking good. And let's see, number 1 tried to take them out, didn't quite get it, but the shotgun did the job, and that puts Maelstrom and his team in the lead. So, and there's at least one more low health mobile suit in the area, so that is a good thing. Looks like a couple, so can kill them both and stay alive. They're in a good position going into the last minute of this round. I'm a little concerned because, as you can see, the people who are left alive kind of low on health. The Isaac and the Gym 3 Powered both kind of low on health. Maelstrom is in perfect health, so he can back them up. One of them dropped. It is a very close one. That is a kill. You can see the rifle's piercing there because it hit one of the allies. I'm not sure whether it's the sniper rifle or the shotgun he fired between buildings. I think it was the shotgun. And there's that shot. Got countered. Didn't really expect that to work. Didn't look like they were facing him. But he's kind of low on health at this point, but only 30 seconds left, and if he can keep this person busy... Unfortunately, there's a lot of them on him, and I think there's one more person there that's pretty low on health, so this could go bad. Of course, if they stay in the support fire to try and take down that Nero trainer, it could go very well. It's really kind of a close call. Does not look like the support fire got any of them. Hopefully it damaged them, but they really need to pull off a kill here at the last second if they want to win it. Oh well, they will or they won't, and it looks like no. That's a shame. But solid round even so, and a really good comeback. Just could not quite keep it until the very end, which, happens. Always frustrating, but it does happen. And Maelstrom pretty much swept the board. 3,100 points, 810 of which were assists, and 73,000 damage. Not bad at all. And let's take a look at the 5 kills and 3 deaths. Yeah, that is pretty good. So we are now going to move on to the second round. And we are back with the second round, this one on the military port. And yeah, like I said, I like this suit. It's fun to use, and this is a good place to have... Oh yeah, it also has a spot gun. I forgot about that. This is a good environment to have a spot gun, and a good environment for a stealth suit with a sniper rifle, because this is a huge stage. So you should be able to do some really fun things here. Of course, since it has no water affinity, you're not going to get the best possible performance, but there's a good piercing shot to open the round. And managed to mark a heavy Gundam before it was able to hit him or anybody else, so that's good. And there's something else that... I'm not sure whether it's a beam weapon or whether it's charging its rifle, but either way, it's been tagged, so that's good. Well, tagged isn't hit, not tagged isn't tagged. The Zagak E, I think it was, is down. And there's another person marked, I think. Is that a blue death? No, that's a Gundam Marine type, I'm certain. Because this is kind of their home turf. And trying to land the shot. Tagged it. Following with the anti-air. And yeah, unfortunately, because it does handle a lot like a support in many ways, but it is a general, so it is at a definite disadvantage against the heavy Gundam. So, let's see. Now he's above ground, or above water, rather. And I think that's the heavy Gundam that just went up there, so... Again, he's got stealth, I believe, so this should be a good opportunity if everything goes according to plan. Whether it does or not, that's a question, because, yeah. That is a full armor Gundam ground type, and it's also dead. And, let's see, he is in the middle of support fire, not a great place to be. Shotgunned that gun cannon heavy type D, which hit him with the counter. Which, unfortunately, is a kill, but it's a really nice counter animation. I like the fancy counters. There should be more of those in the game. I think it was a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea to specifically give 4 stars unique counters at low health, but I like that idea just in general, that they're fancy counters at low health. I would like to I'd like to see that added to the Zaku Commander type, the S type. Alternately, just give us a Shard Zaku that has the Mark II kick animation as its special counter, or just any counter. But let's see, good kill there. But yeah, just there's still so many more things that you could do with GBO2. It's wide open now, just because they've pretty much opened it to... I'm sure there's still some weirdo mobile suits out there that are going to be hard to implement. The bound dock is going to be an issue just because it's huge. But there's just so many options, and just so many things that... Having played GBO1 and seeing where they kind of shied away from certain things in that... It really is kind of great to see what GBO2 can do. Because, yeah, there were just barely transforming suits in GBO1. There were the Assault Gun Tank and the Hildolfer, and that's it. There was no water. That was, of course, added a couple of years in GBO2. There was no space. There was no flying of any kind. Just, there's so much more to GBO2 than there was GBO1. I still hope somebody can emulate that for the PS3, just so that we can, you too can have the experience of piloting a mobile suit uphill both ways in snow, just so you can see where this whole thing came from. Because yeah, GBO2 really is a huge improvement over GBO1 in many, many, many ways. And, unfortunately, that Gym 3 Close Combat was able to get a hold of Mail and kill him, because, like a support, I believe the Efreet Jaeger has relatively low... Oh, the Full Armor Gundam ground tagged him while the Gym 3 had him pinned. That explains a little, but I think it also doesn't have great melee defense. I don't remember that specifically, but I could be wrong. But, let's see, Mail's trying to jump back in at point D. Let's see, somebody, I think the Zoc is, I think that might be a non-sarcastic good work, saying it's good that they grabbed the waypoint up here, because it is, frankly. It's a good thing to have. There's the heavy Gundam, which just got shotgunned. It was pulling back, so it was not really able to respond to the melee, and it still wasn't ready to counter, so... And that was just a really great combo, and the heavy Gundam is out of their hair for a minute. The Zgok E is probably being stalked by the Full Armor Gundam ground. It is a great decoy for raids to use against raids, but also as a general counter sniper. Not terrible thing for Mail to be using against it, as you can see. Took it out pretty effectively. Yeah, like I said, I like the Efreet Jaeger. It's fun. And that, I'm pretty sure, is a Gundam Marine type. A submarine Gundam, or is that one of the names it doesn't have? This thing has too many names at any rate, but this is, it's... I thought it was the Water Gundam, it's the Pale Rider Ground. Icon's too small on my screen, so that whole line of blather was useless. It's a Pale Rider ground heavy arms type, and it is also dead. About 1,200 point lead. That's not a bad place to be in, especially since I think they were about 1,200 points down a second ago. So, let's see, anti-air rounds. If you can land like 2 of those, it'll stop that charge. But I think the full armor ground was actually able to cover for the heavy Gundam. So, but let's see, it is now close enough that yeah, that's another one that, you know, a lot of the pseudo supports do seem to have a low melee defense. Full armor Gundam ground, to my recollection, does. I know the gun cannon heavy type D does. So it's entirely possible the Efreet Jaeger does as well. And if I'm wrong about that, as always, feel free to correct me in the comments. I have a horrible memory, so, you know, giving people correct information in the comments, always welcome on one of my videos. And with 40-some seconds left to go, they're only about 400 points ahead. That's a little scary, but it's 400 points is enough if you win it, so... And they're now 1,000 points ahead, which is much nicer. They do have a couple of people on health, though, and with assists, that would be enough, so... It's another possibility of a close loss, just like the previous round. Kind of looking that way too. Unfortunate, but there's the Pale Rider, which, if Mael can kill it, which he did, yeah, that's gives him a good 900 point lead. Even if the Zagok E drops, which it could, I think they've got this, and he managed to keep the heavy Gundams still till the end. So yeah. This time, the close round went their way, so very nice to see. I kind of like the sideways zeros on that Zagok E, too. Just an interesting graphic. 97,000 damage, 3,800 points. That's coming up on half the team's score. Very nice. 8 kills and 3 deaths. Really nice. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! But yeah, to be honest, I kind of got myself stressed out a little bit trying to keep up with G-Generation and Code Fairy and GBO2, so since it's the end of the year and I've got a few things to do before then, it seemed like a really nice time for a guest block, so that is what we're going to have. So I've been sitting on a lot of rounds from a lot of people for a while, and I greatly appreciate everything that everybody sent me. And we'll see what we've got for the rest of the week. I think we've got some good stuff here. And as always, thank you to everybody for watching and for supporting me all this time. I really appreciate it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what GBO2 is like in the new year.